Good team, welcome back to DayZ, welcome back to Sakhal on the White Cloud server, welcome back to Sumnoe. This is Sumnoe. So Sumnoe is just north of Vostok. There is a petrol station just south of Sumnoe, and it's a little bit more interesting in a couple of ways. It stretches out towards the interior, which is heading off in that direction. Water is over here in this little wooded area, and we'll go and have a look at that. But obviously, one of the main things that we have here is we have this medical building. Now, I guess the thing is, I would say perhaps about Sumnoe is that Sumnoe is a little bit more, I guess, ramshackle. And it appears to have 1 million sheds, which is quite odd. So the first thing you're struck with, obviously, is the fact that there's an awful lot of chaos around the medical center. There's crashed trucks, there's beds lying around, there's beds out here, there's cars, there's roadblocks, there's gurneys everywhere. It's quite a mess. And if we make our way through what is essentially a sort of a maze of sheds, which can be a little bit treacherous in terms of Zeds and various other bits and pieces. And if you're on an active server, sheds are a great place for people to go and hide and light fires to stay warm, and that kind of thing. Obviously, a Zed is following us, and you can see, hello. Would you like to be on TV? Oh, I'm gonna fall off. Excuse me. Thank you. So yeah, you've got all these areas where there's this like whole cluster of sheds and things. There's a long pier down by the front. There is a boat. I did run across a boat. So you know, we'll be looking into boats later. But there is a boat spawn point. This boat appears to be swamped underwater. But there is a boat, so that's always something to look forward to. It stretches out a little bit. There's a little shed there on the end. But like I said, you get this feeling of sort of dilapidation about Sumnoe. It doesn't seem to be in a very good condition. It doesn't seem to be in a very good way. Plenty of houses, plenty of sticks for fires. Like I say, you've got medical and all that. Let us head up behind medical and we'll go find water. Petrol station's just up there. Doesn't have a huge building. Sorry, it doesn't have a huge canopy. You know how like they do the like canopied areas. So yeah, there's the front of Sumnoe where all those houses are. You know, it's not big. It does have a lot of glass houses. Again, you cannot actually grow stuff on Sakhal. It is too cold. This is the wrong time of year. Obviously, it's middle of winter. You can't even dig the ground. It's that hard. So there's a few houses, and like I say, they stretch up the valley. If you're lucky, sheep spawn on the hillside, which you know is a very helpful source of protein that doesn't involve fish or fishing. Of course, you have to find some way to actually kill the sheep, which, you know, if you don't have a good weapon, you're resorting to melee. It might take you a little bit of chasing to get these sheep. But if you come up this way, you will find the spring, and the spring is up here, and the spring is called Salernitana. So that's the spring. Very nice little spring. It's quite a good one. Like I said, it's quite it's not quite a bad place. You've got lots of trees. You got all this collection of little houses, the usual kind of loot and everything else. I wouldn't say it has a lot of Zeds, personally speaking, not compared to other places. Some places they spawn in clumps. Doesn't seem to be the case here. And we've got, yeah, like I say, a few more houses that stretch up the hill that might provide a little bit more shelter you to. There's some rocky outcrops and things that you could potentially shelter around, shelter behind, etc., etc. And here we go. A few more little of these houses up here, the like engineer's house, as I tend to call it. Sheds, main road, and this is one of the roads that main road. It's a road. This is one of the roads that takes you in towards the interior of the island, which we'll be talking about and exploring at a later date. For right now, we're going to cover the areas where you're probably most likely to find yourself, and you're probably most likely to find yourself psychologically, spiritually, and physically out here somewhere. But there's plenty of little houses dotted around in between the hills. Nice little place to be. And right up here is the last little house. Right kind of almost lonely lonesome. I mean, I guess if you wanted to come all the way up here, you could. There is a radar dish. Well, you know, a radar dome is what you call it, up there. You can actually run up there. There's a little military barracks and things. We'll probably have a look at that at a later date. I have found evidence of people running up there on official. If you have a good supply of water and a good supply of food and you've got a good heat boost, then yeah, by all means you can actually make it up there and back down again. So here's the little house at the end of Sumnoe. So there you go. That is Sumnoe. Let's have a look at the little map. It's not bad. It's a nice day to be in Sumnoe. It's quite a nice view down the valley between these two little hills. So there you are, Sumnoe. There's a boat spawn. There's medical. There's an awful lot of sheds. Ramshackle collection of sheds. It's a fairly run down little place, is how I would describe Sumnoe. And the road that takes you up, that's the radar dome, and beyond the radar dome is another military. So yeah, Sumnoe, everybody. Do hope you like this video. Please click the like button. Please click and subscribe to the channel. Please feel free to drop any comments. Please check the details for how you can apply to join the White Cloud server. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.